Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Here at Mad About Skin, we're passionate about helping you to get the most out of your skincare. So if you haven't already, now is a fantastic time to click that link below, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and you won't miss out on any of our amazing future content. Now, in today's video, we are talking vitamin C derivatives. I've got a lot to say on this, so I'm going to break it down into what vitamin C derivatives are, what you can expect from them, and why you might want to consider including them in your skincare routine. Obviously, as with all these videos, I'll share with you my favourite recommendations for each type of derivative in case you are interested in including any, but I'd love to know whether you're a derivative kind of guy or whether you're a gal who loves a pure L-ascorbic acid. So leave me a comment below on what your picks for your favourite vitamin C's are. So, vitamin C derivatives. Well, let's start by saying, actually, they're not technically vitamin C's. Vitamin C is known as L-ascorbic acid, and that's in its truest and most natural form. I adore L-ascorbic acid because it helps to brighten the skin, it gives a super powerful antioxidant protection, which is great at fighting off those free radicals and strengthening the skin's natural protection, which is amazing. And it can also help with boosting collagen levels to give you that firmness, that elasticity, and that snapback in the skin. Vitamin C is like a ride or die ingredient in my skincare routine. I have to have it, and I would encourage everybody to have a form of vitamin C in their skincare routine. It can, however, be a little bit difficult to incorporate the right one because if you're using, vitamin C in its natural form, L-ascorbic acid, it can be quite sensitizing. It can create redness and irritation, particularly if you've got sensitive skin. It also has to be included in a really low pH, usually around the 3 to 4 on the pH scale. Because it's such a low pH, that also can create sensitivity and a reaction, but it can make it difficult to pair with pH sensitive products such as peptides. It can also be difficult to incorporate a niacinamide alongside it. Because of all of this and the fact that it is super unstable, which means you get about a 3-month lifespan out of it once it's open and exposed to oxygen. It oxidizes really quickly, which means the potency, it goes like that. And if you've ever used a vitamin C product and it starts to smell a little bit funky, maybe it's got a bit of a funny color, darkened a little bit, and it smells a bit funky, that's because it's oxidized. Whilst it's not going to be dangerous to our skin like some people claim, it doesn't turn toxic or anything, but it just isn't going to be as effective. It's not going to be doing what you want it to do, providing that antioxidant protection and brightening the skin and your complexion, kind of making it just a bit worthless. Because of all of this, people have tried, and Japanese scientists really started this craze of trying to formulate stable forms of vitamin C derivatives, which we can use in our skincare routine, will provide less sensitivity and irritation, will last longer and be more potent, but more importantly, and I think this is where I have started to look towards derivatives, pair easily with other skincare products such as peptides, which I love in my skincare routine. With vitamin C derivatives, you apply it to the skin and then the body has to convert it to L-ascorbic acid for it to work. Because it has to go through those metabolic pathways to make that possible, there is no comparison between the strength of a vitamin C derivative and a pure L-ascorbic acid. The L-ascorbic acid is always going to be more potent because some of the potency is lost in that conversion process. So don't look at a vitamin C derivative percentage or concentration and think you can compare it to your favourite L-ascorbic acid. It just kind of doesn't work like that. But I will go through the strength of these products as we get along. Studies have shown that there's certain derivatives, and they're not all created equally, do work just as well as pure vitamin C for brightening the skin, evening out the skin texture and complexion, and also helping with dark spots and pigmentation. They also do show that certain ones can help boost collagen production, which is great. And so if you choose the right one for you, actually you can get the same benefits as you could get from a pure vitamin C without any of the nasty side effects. It is worth noting though that there are no studies out there which are done, comprehensive studies done into the antioxidant potential of vitamin C derivatives. So if you're using a vitamin C derivative, I would recommend you add an antioxidant into your skincare routine if you haven't already, just to make sure you're getting the antioxidant protection, because whilst the jury's out on whether derivatives add the same antioxidant value as pure vitamin C, there's not the testing out there to really demonstrate it does. I did a whole video on antioxidants, which I'll link up there, so check that out if you want to. If you don't currently have a standalone antioxidant, incorporate one of those and then you can use your vitamin C derivative knowing that you're protected and you have those antioxidants locked in and ready to fight for you for the day. One of the most common forms of a vitamin C derivative is sodium ascorbyl phosphate. This has appeared in quite a few products recently and has really become a bit of a trendy buzz version of the original vitamin C. This is fantastic for people with oily or acneic skin. It works really well at helping to support with the eradication of that excess pigment, which can become from an acne scar and some of the hyperpigmentation you might see as a dark spot starts to fade. This is really, really powerful in terms of brightening and working as a spot treatment. So I fully recommend it if you have acne or you are breakout prone or prone to hyperpigmentation in general. Lovely product. It works in a similar way to l-ascorbic acid in terms of brightening the skin, and so you don't lose a lot of that power if brightening is what you are looking for in your vitamin C. There are so many out there, and they come in different base formulations, and they come in different suspensions. So some can be oil suspended, some water suspended. This is a very versatile derivative of vitamin C. My absolute favorite, if you want to include sodium ascorbyl phosphate in your life and you think, actually, I want my vitamin C just to be a powerhouse pigment corrector, this is probably the one that you'll want to reach for. And I have a fantastic recommendation that I've fallen in love with and been using religiously for the past 6 months, but from a brand I don't mention that often on this channel, and that's from Jordan Samuel's Skin. Really nice brand, can be a little bit difficult to get, but I've left a link to the product below in the description box, as I have with all of these products. If you want to check any of them out, maybe read up a little bit more on the science, the ingredients, or make a purchase, I've linked them all in the description box below. Jordan Samuel's Skin is a reasonably new skincare line to the UK at least, but has some really good products. My absolute favourite from them is the Hydrate Facial Serum. £26 for a small bottle, but a little goes a long way. That's $30. You can get a larger size, which I think works out about $50 or $60, but I find that the smaller size works better for me. It's easy, it's more convenient, and because I only use a small amount, it lasts for ages. Lovely product. Why I love this is because of the formulation. So this is a hydration powerhouse. It's in a base of aloe, so it's not in an oil or a water base. This is in a base of pure aloe, which is gorgeous if you have sensitive skin or slightly irritated skin, particularly if you've got sensitivity or irritation because of acne. This is just going to be like a dream serum for you. It goes onto the skin like you would expect an aloe to, and sinks in like that, which is just beautiful, and it leaves no trace on the skin. Some vitamin C's can be a bit oily and just don't feel great to layer other products on top. This, within 30 seconds you forget you're even wearing it. It's got gluconolactone in here, which is a PHA exfoliator, super gentle, not in a high concentration, but it will give a light exfoliation, which is going to aid that brightness. Gluconolactone is so gentle in terms of the exfoliation it gives, and can also be quite soothing. It's quite a therapeutic ingredient, so it's going to help again with that sensitivity, and it just makes this a beautiful product for anyone with sensitive skin that wants to explore the addition of a vitamin C in their life. This is something you could reach for and use straight away. I think of all the serums I've ever tried, and I've tried a lot since I started this has to be my absolute favourite textured serum ever. It disappears like that, but it leaves the skin so bouncy and hydrated. Hydrated, is that a word? Hydrated. Let's just go with hydrated. You drop this on your skin, it goes on a little bit bouncy, and then it melts in, disappears, and leaves your skin feeling bouncy, supple, hydrated, and yet no visible trace of a product. I love this, and the fact it's got a little bit of a light PHA exfoliator in here, just going to like turn the vitamin C's brightening into like overdrive and give you that gorgeous pigment correction and beautiful glowing skin. Couldn't rave about this product more. Now, the number 2 in terms of the derivatives, and there are so many out there, but these are the most common ones you might come in contact with, and the ones I think provide the best benefit, is Ascorbyl Tetro Isopalmitate. I'm not saying that often, but it is a beautiful ingredient, which is why I think my dodgy pronunciation is worth it for getting the value that you can from this product. So this has probably become the most popular of all of the vitamin C derivatives on the market, and that's because most people are using vitamin C to brighten and even out the pigment of their skin. This is the one that studies have shown has the most benefit for evening out pigmentation issues in the skin, tackling hyperpigmentation, and giving you that overall brightness and glow. You can use it as a spot treatment, so just on areas where you have hyperpigmentation, and I've had some real successes with that, or you can use it all over as a brightening treatment. Really, it's quite a flexible derivative, and I absolutely love that. Because this is fatty acid based, it is much more hydrating than the one we've just talked about and some of the others we're going to come on to. So if you have dry skin, this could be a really good addition to your skincare routine, because a lot of people find vitamin C's can be quite drying, they can be quite irritating and drying, and so if you have dry skin, you might feel that a vitamin C isn't for you. Absolutely not. Include this in your skincare routine, and it will hydrate as well as give that gorgeous brightening and even out that pigmentation issues that you might have in the skin. I love this as a derivative. It's not one that I personally reach for all the time because of the hydrating element. I've got quite oily, acne prone skin, and so I prefer something a little bit drier, but if you've got normal to dry skin, this could be your go-to. My absolute favourite comes from The Ordinary, which is their Ascorbyl Tetro Isopalmitate solution, 20%. Really good suspension, and it's held in vitamin F. Vitamin F is a gorgeous, gorgeous oil, and whilst it's a hydrating oil, it's got a nice balance. So it's quite a dry oil when it's applied to the skin. It hydrates, but it sinks in beautifully and has a dry texture to it. So if you're worried about your vitamin C being a bit greasy, a bit oily, and you don't want a vitamin C in an oil suspension, this is a really good option for you, because this oil will go on, sink in, leave no trace, and it's a super dry, matte almost oil, which I absolutely love. Vitamin F also complements so well the vitamin C, delivering some antioxidant benefit as well there. So if you're worried that your vitamin C derivative might lack some of the antioxidant power, this is a beautiful alternative, because the vitamin F is going to provide that for you. It's super hydrating, and I think in the UK it's like £9, in the US it's $13, so it's super affordable, and I just think it's a really nice product to have in your skincare routine. Now, moving on from one which is tackling specifically pigmentation, uneven skin tone and brightness, to one which actually delivers more of a collagen boosting formulation. And that's Ascorbal Glucoside. This is a derivative which doesn't have many proven brightening qualities to it. So if you're looking for a brightening derivative, you need to look at one of the others. But this has been proven to provide fantastic collagen boosting properties. People love, collagen. I'm a huge fan of collagen. It's what gives our skin that snapback, that firmness and that elasticity. As we age, our collagen levels go down, so including products which trigger the natural production of collagen in the skin is a really good way of preventing aging. I love this, and there are very few options available on the market. The Ordinary do an Ascorbyl glucoside solution, which I think would probably be the one I would reach for and is the most accessible. However, I think my issue with this particular derivative is, whilst I love collagen boosting, and I think you definitely need a collagen boosting ingredient in your life, I just think peptides do a better job. And so I don't know why you'd reach for a vitamin C derivative to boost collagen in your skin when you could have another vitamin C derivative that brightens the skin and then include a peptide alongside it, which allows you to have that collagen boost as well as the brightening. So I don't particularly reach for this, and I said earlier in the video, one of the main reasons I'm moving from a pure form vitamin C into a derivative is so I can pair it with peptides. And so I just grab a peptide such as the Ordinary Buffet with copper peptides, which will be amazing for boosting your collagen, and then choose one of the other derivatives that you can add in your skincare routine to brighten the skin. Ascorbyl glucoside, great, but it's not one that I personally reach for. Now, we have a Magnesium Ascorbyl Phosphate. This is I think one of the first derivatives that came on the market, one of like the original ones. And the reason I'm including this is it's one of those okay products. It'll have an element of collagen boosting, it'll have an element of brightening. It's an average, I'd say it's an average derivative. It doesn't set the world alight in either direction, but will do a good job and is a nice replacement for a pure form vitamin C. The reason I include this, and the only one really you can easily get your hands on is by the Ordinary, which I'll link below, is because this is held in much more of a creamier base. And so if you want to use a vitamin C in a moisturizer and you want a derivative to replace that, so you want a vitamin C derivative in a moisturizing format, this is really where you need to go. It goes on as a really thick moisturizer, which I love. It's very hydrating, and also with that you'll get the brightening and some of the collagen boosting. So it's a nice all-round derivative and one that pairs really well with moisturizer. So it's a win-win. Finally, I'm coming on to something which I was in two minds as to whether to include in this video, because I love the derivative, but it's not a true derivative. So let me explain a bit more. Ethylated ascorbic acid. I've moved to vitamin C derivatives because I want to be able to pair vitamin C with peptides, and pure form vitamin C denatures peptides, so you can't use them together. It also pairs better with, I find, with niacinamide, which I also want to have in my skincare routine. If you are looking for a derivative because you don't like the sensitivity, the dryness and the irritation that you get from a traditional pure form vitamin C, then ethylated ascorbic acid could be for you. However, it's not really a true derivative, and you can't use this with peptides because of the pH it's held in. It still doesn't work alongside peptides and niacinamide particularly well. So if you're worried about the sensitivity and want to go to a derivative because of that, this could be for you. It's got an alcohol link attached to it, which makes it much more stable. This will last for ages, whereas, as we said before, vitamin C degrades over time. This will last much longer. It doesn't have the same potency, so it won't deliver that really irritation to the skin that you can get with a pure form vitamin C. So it's nice in that sense. It's much more stable. However, you still can't use it alongside some other skincare products, which makes it a little bit more niche. If you want to go for an ethylated ascorbic acid, the best on the market is from Niod, and that is their ethylated ascorbic acid network 30%. Beautiful, beautiful formulation. It's hydrating, but it's super potent. 30% is a real powerhouse product. It delivers such a great brightening result. I actually prefer this to my natural ascorbic acid, but again, it's not what I reach for because I want to be able to include peptides and niacinamide in my skincare routine alongside it. If you're happy to work your routine around your vitamin C and maybe include those products in the evening when you're not using your vitamin C, this should be your go-to. It's a holy grail. It is powerhouse, packed full of brightening, collagen boosting. It does it all. If you put this on your skin, within a week you will notice how that brightening, that gorgeous luminosity come back. It is a stunning product, and you get a lot less sensitivity than an l-ascorbic acid, so who doesn't want that in their life? You just need to make sure that you are pairing it well with the other ingredients in your skincare routine. It's not like a super easy product to incorporate, but if you do, you'll never look back. Not a true derivative, but definitely worth a mention in this video. So guys, let me know what you think. Are you going to switch over to any of these derivatives? Do you think, your days of L-ascorbic acid are gone and you want to embrace the derivative market? Let me know what you think and if you've tried any of these products. Hopefully you found this video useful, and wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.